let's now take a brief look at the capabilities of Autodesk Point Layout. We'll begin in Autodesk Revit using the add-on Autodesk Point Layout to create control points for our site. This is a powerful capability in that we can set up control either by manually picking points in our model or by placing them on a grid. And we can adjust that control to either be random or arbitrarily for our site and shared, or we can align it with real coordinates coming from either a field survey or a field control point. All right, so now that we have our control, let's go ahead and start adding points to our model elements. In this case here, we'll use the manual point capabilities to go ahead and add some wall points. We can select either a work plane or an element, and simply doing that, now we have points added where we're clicking. There's also automated tools, and this is the real power behind it, where we're going to go through, set up numbering, set up descriptions, and it's going to automatically place these points for us based on a filter, in this case going through and looking at all the different family types. You'll see that these points are intelligent Revit objects. There's a family that gets created here. So in this case here, it's part of that Revit model, not just a text file, if you will. The third way to add points to a model is to actually embed them into the families. So very powerful again in that now as we are modeling, we can have these points generated for us. So now it really becomes almost second nature to our design process and our constructability process to get this information. We've modified this column family, and now we can see that we can go ahead and see all the points that have been added to the center points of these columns. Quick and easy, integrated into our everyday workflow using the modeling tools. Once we have our points laid out the way we want to, it's a simple matter of now exporting those points out to a system in order to get them to our hardware, in this case maybe a total station. We'll go ahead and pick that coordinate system. Notice in this case here we are using a real coordinate system, a state plane coordinate system. We'll go ahead and export that information. We've got roughly 850 points, and just as quick now we have our information ready to go, and that can be transferred to our robotic total station. Last but not least, let's move over into Navisworks. And so here we are in Navisworks, and we're going to create points in our environment in Navisworks. And let me pause on that real quick. Typically Navisworks is a platform to view models, aggregate model information. There's little tools in there to do any type of creation. Well, with Autodesk Point Layout, we have the ability to go ahead and do that creation. So here we're selecting a couple points within a model here, and we're changing the scale and the color of those points so we can see them. So here we have it, creation of points within Navisworks. So this is great for that aggregated or federated model. We're bringing many file types together. We don't really care where they came from, but we have to do layout for them. Let's go ahead here, and we're going to mark automatically lay out some geometry. So we did a couple manual points. Now let's do some automatic geometry creation. We're doing that using a selection set. We can just window on the screen. In this case here, we're going to do the hangers and create some hanger points for all these ladder bar hangers. There they are. And of course, you know, that's the default there, but we can always go through, change the scale, change the color so they show up. And the big thing about this is we've created the points here just like in our other workflows, but we can export these out again to bring them out into the field.